Worldview presents. 10 signs someone lacks common sense. Smart people don't do. Common sense is the potential to apply your very own judgment to make the fine decisions for yourself, those around you, and the world at large. It's about knowing when to take risks and when to play it safe. It means understanding what's going on in your life and how it's affecting your health, relationships, and work. But as they say, common sense is not so common. Some people are bad at thinking about consequences before they act. They also tend to rely too much on the input of others and the information they are exposed to on a daily basis, rather than using their own judgment, and rely too much on the input of others and information they know, routinely exposed, not based on one's own judgment or experience. This video features 10 signs that someone may be missing in the department. Let's get started. Number 1. They have a tendency to accept any information without doubt or hesitation. Come to think of it, people without common sense don't even know what they're doing. They believe everything they hear, even if it sounds ridiculous. They don't ask questions and don't get to the bottom of things themselves. And that can be dangerous in a world full of lies, half-truths, and propaganda. After all, if you don't know what's true and what's not, it's easy to get bogged down in bad news. Number 2. They struggle with critical thinking. Critical thinking is the ability to analyze information and draw evidence-based conclusions. Even simple concepts can be difficult to understand for those who lack common sense. They may contradict themselves and often cannot explain why something does not make sense to them, tend to act impulsively. They make decisions based on emotion rather than logic, and this can lead to bad decisions. Number 3. Their ideas frequently lack logical reasoning. If someone is trying to convince you of something and their arguments are illogical, it shows that they lack common sense. Without the ability to think and act with good judgment, we may misinterpret information, make unrealistic statements, or make assumptions that are not based on reality. People who lack common sense also tend to rely on superstitions and extreme beliefs to make sense of their world. Number 4. They perceive things in a simplistic, binary manner. A lack of common sense can lead to a kind of black and white mentality. They believe that everything has to be one or the other. There is no other choice. Such people do not seem to understand the concept of multiple shades of gray. We do not consider other options or acknowledge that people may have different points of view. This can make it difficult to understand and see others as equals. Number 5. They have difficulty devising problem-solving strategies. A lack of common sense also manifests itself in the way we approach problem-solving. Without good judgment, they come up with solutions that make no sense or are unrealistic. And if you've ever dealt with someone like that, you know how annoying it can be. They lack the ability to recognize patterns and assess situations from different perspectives. So usually this just leads to arguments, frustration, and general confusion. Number 7. They repeatedly commit the same errors. If you are a close friend or family member of someone who lacks common sense, you may find that they keep making the same mistakes. It can be frustrating when you try to explain. They may not seem to hear you, but in reality, they persist in their actions because they do not understand what causes their actions to have unfavorable consequences. Number 8. They lack the ability to comprehend sarcasm, humor, or irony. When you're talking to someone who doesn't get your jokes or doesn't understand your sarcasm, either your jokes are boring or they lack common sense. In the latter case, it is because they are unable to make a cognitive connection between what is being said and what the speaker is actually implying. They don't understand some messages. Number 9. They discuss unsuitable subjects. People without common sense may talk about inappropriate topics because they are unaware of social norms and expectations for their environment. They may not realize that certain subjects are unacceptable in social settings, such as in public or in front of children. After all, there are some things that you don't want to discuss depending on the situation. Those who do not follow this rule of thumb may lack common sense. Number 10. They opt for ignorance. People who lack not unusual place feel frequently pick out to be ignorant because they don't want to spend time and effort learning and understanding the information that is available. Maybe it's because they're scared of the truth. They may also be influenced by their own prejudices, making them more likely to ignore facts. Finally, it's important to remember that common sense doesn't always apply. Some people are born with a high level, but it is also something that you acquire by accumulating life experience. If we can recognize when someone lacks common sense, we can better manage our conversations, situations, and relationships. It will help you better take into account the advice and opinions you offer, and it will also help someone develop their common sense. If you like the videos we present, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. That way, you'll get exclusive access to our future videos, get notifications for our latest videos, and join an amazing community of viewers who love our videos as much as you do. So don't miss out. Hit the subscribe button now. Thanks for watching.